Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Andale Homestead. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here today. Oh, my gracious. We've got so many people that are already here saying hello. I'm thrilled to see you today. And what we're going to be doing is sharing some time together with my buddy, my friend, my dear person, Sherrie from Black's Tropical Homestead. She and Bobby have a wonderful channel that is exploding all over the place. But the reason why is they're teaching us how we can mix things together in our own home to be able to be better and stronger. And that's what the message is all about. Good morning, Ann Francisco and Lonnie. Hey, I was just looking up our high school pictures and things, and I saw you on there. Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead is here as well. Hey, Butler Family Farm. So today for my ChooseDay, this is where, if you're new here, because I do have some new friends, this is where we focus on our attitude of the day. This is where we get to choose where our mind is going and what our mind and hearts are taking in. Because if we go all willy nilly, your thoughts and your heart can go willy nilly. But if you concentrate on choosing what you will allow in your brain and in your heart, it does make a difference, and you do have a choice. So today, I am choosing to concentrate on recognizing and appreciating the togetherness that we all have, that the Lord has put in front of us, the togetherness. And I have a few things that I wanted to read you, and in just a few minutes, we're going to be pulling up Black's Tropical Homestead in a little bit. But I wanted to read you a few things that helped solidify this to me, because in this holiday season, there are times that we feel insignificant. We feel like, if we allow ourselves, we can think, if I just slip out of sight, nobody's going to be the worse for it. But that's not true, because all of us, every one of us, have something that we can give that helps other people. And so I'm going to read a couple of things to you. Good morning, Broke Farmer. Hey, honey. And Devil Dog, hoorah. I'm so glad you're here. So I want to read something that kind of, hey, Rena, that shifted my focus a little bit. So I'm going to read you a few things here. Let's see if I can get it. This says, individually, we're one drop, but together, we're an entire ocean. You talk about being stronger together. That's how it goes. And also, um, therefore, we need to encourage one another, build one another up, because in Colossians, it says, for him the whole body, the whole thing, joined and held together by every ligament, grows itself up in love, and each part does its work. So if the ear tells the eye, I am unimportant because I cannot see, how are we going to hear? If the finger tells the toe that you're not important, you can go away, then how are we going to walk? Each part of us, we are, as a community, all of us together, in our knowledge, in our experience, in the things that we have learned, that we've been blessed to be able to share with you. Each little piece, you take what you need and you leave the rest. Each little piece builds one great body of knowledge. And so I wanted to share that with you. It also says that remain in me, and I also will remain in you, because no branch can bear fruit by itself. It's got to remain on the vine. We have to remain together, and neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you'll bear fruit. Apart from me, you can't do much. And that's from John 15. So, what that means is, as a community, there is a branch, there is a vine, but that vine needs to stick to the tree. And as our homesteading and gardening and friends and cooking and crafting channels and preserving channels and prepping channels and everything else, when we stick together, even though this little vine down here might not have a clue what this person over here does, that's okay, because we can learn from each other and expand and get this knowledge together. We're so much stronger together. Just remain within each other. So that's my message today, y'all. I have run on a little bit about it. Hey, rambling with the brooms, vision preparedness. Hey, growing with Hudson, my sweet girl. I'm so glad. Sweet thumb. Mrs. Creekside Maples, good morning, my dear. David Corey. Hey, baby. Scotty Tahati. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Karma, Diana. We do have Facebook and we do have YouTube here. So let's not put anything else aside and join our friend, my buddy, my pal, Sherrie. Hey, good morning. You're muted, honey. You're muted. And
Good morning.
yay.
I said, let me stop eating stuff. You had me in the back with all the goodies.
That's right. I said, she was showing me a few things. I said, oh, bring that. Oh, bring that. Bring that to. Now, Sherrie, I wanted you here because you and Jesse are, my sidekicks here, you and Jesse and Lisa and
Yes.
Bobby. And we are not in the same geographical location.
No, none of us except me and Bobby. None of us are, but no, we are all in different parts of the world.
Spread out all over the place.
Yep.
And but we're connected.
Yes, totally.
We stay together. We learn from each other. And
Yes.
I'm just so grateful that I get to learn from Linda Peterson, vision preparedness, from Lazy Days Ahead. I get to learn from you. I get to learn all these things. And it is a gift when we stick together. It
It
really
is.
is.
It is. That's how we expand our knowledge by supporting each other.
That's right.
I mean, you can learn something from somebody and it could be very small, but it could be very helpful. So every day we are learning, and it's amazing.
Oh, gosh. Randy, you're the best. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Randy. That's so sweet. And so I wanted to, because you, my darling, have turned into my very favorite scientist.
Yeah, that's me and Bobby. Bobby in the background working, but yeah, we are quite the scientists. Well, I mean, well, we
Hey, J3.
have learned to share what we love to do, which is play in the kitchen and try new things. So we decided, oh, you know what? Most of the time with content creating, we think nobody want to see that. That's boring. So I'm not gonna film
Yeah,
it.
we do.
We do things all the time, and we just don't film it because it's normal life for us.
Thank
But
you,
we
Scott.
decided, well, let's
Yeah,
share some of this stuff because maybe somebody else can use it. And
I had no idea. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like binge watching all of your platforms, Instagram, threads. YouTube, Facebook, all these things, because some of them are a little bit different, some of them are
Mhm.
the same, but they're coming out at different times. And we get things at the right time when we're supposed to have them sometimes, and store them in that little knowledge tree. But
Yeah.
you made your own. I'm just amazed at your own ginger ale drink.
Yes. And it's delicious. I think they are all. Babe, you got ginger ale in the refrigerator? He might have one, but yeah, it's when you think about ginger ale, we think as soon as you got sick from child
Yeah,
until
come on.
now,
Yeah,
first thing they got was a ginger ale, but it wasn't this ginger ale. It was, and this one has ginger. You can see it at the bottom. Um, to soothe the tummy ache. But what's in the ginger ale in the store? I'm not a label. I was never a label reader or a calorie counter or anything. But now I'm like, well, let me see what's in it. Artificial flavoring and crap.
yeah,
So how is it healing us? And I know people say, well, you're putting sugar in it. This went through the fermentation process, which ate up majority of that sugar.
right,
Not only do I want my husband to have something that's healthy, but I want him to have something that's delicious too. So I make it so it's good for him and good to him. So,
right.
but it's soda.
Isn't
And
that crazy? To me, that is just insane. Because I got to tell you, I do have a vice. I am a Coca-Cola drinker.
yes, you are.
Grow Big TV. Thank you for the
Thank you,
Soul
Joe.
Expo 2024. Woohoo! Um, but yes, and for you to be able to make that is because for one thing, I can tell you what came to my mind when I thought about you making your homemade ginger ale. My daughter-in-law, when she was expecting, she had whatever that thing is that makes you super sick. I mean, like throwing up really, really badly
Yeah,
for the whole 9 months. And it was a problem. And
yeah,
ginger helps with that. And
yep,
I would try to get her some ginger candy or ginger snaps, or this was before any kind of homesteading or any kind of grow your own ginger
yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
Or I would buy some ginger ale. Okay, David says you can probably make some Coca-Cola. You probably can. That's your next
You
that's
can.
your next science experiment.
You can. You can.
But
You can make anything. I mean, the difference in homemade. This does not taste like Canada Dry. This tastes like ginger. It is a little sweet, but it's pleasant. You can feel this, and that's what you want. It's
right,
healing you. You want to feel it. So we try to tell people, don't get homemade confused with store bought. We have been tricked and conditioned for years to believe that the marshmallows we buy in the bag is what marshmallows supposed to taste like.
yeah,
Until you make your own, then it's like, whoa, that's different, but it's different in a good way. So,
that's right.
homemade, everything is better for you and to you.
That's right. That's exactly right. And it is because she could tell, even at that time, 10 years ago, that you had to really read ingredients on these store bought items from the ginger,
Yep.
because some of it was garbage and didn't do a bit of good.
Yeah.
And some of it, which didn't taste like what we're used to from the store,
Yeah.
that was the actual ginger, helped settle her stomach right
Yeah.
away. And so, you know, that's something that I just I thought this girl is on fire. She's crazy and I love it.
Yeah. It's fun. I love playing in the kitchen. I've always loved playing in the kitchen. Even when I was a little girl, I can remember playing in the kitchen with my dad. But now to play in the kitchen as an adult and learn this new way of life, which is being self-sufficient, do
Right.
we still go to the grocery store? Yes, we need things from the grocery store that we cannot produce here on our 1 acre suburban homestead. But Our
Right.
grocery bill is very small because we make do with what we have,
Would now a lot of us are spending $200 to $300 a week. I don't spend quite that much because of our garden, the land of plenty, and the deals that I try to get and the stuff that I try to make. You guys spend like 200 to 300 a month.
Yeah, that's a struggle a month. That's a lot of I just want
Maybe. Is that
this.
may That's a maybe. That's not every
Yeah,
month. That's
yeah.
when you need to stock up on supplies.
Yeah, because we try to keep things like flour, sugar. People don't understand sugar, but when we ferment, and that's gut health, and sugar is not what causes diabetes.
Right.
So we always tell people, especially Instagram, just go crazy. But we tell them, educate yourself before you make a comment. Educate yourself because sugar does not cause diabetes, but you have to learn. Like even the Rice Krispie trick. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
Rice Krispies isn't fried. Did you see the puffed rice? I mean, you can season it. It doesn't have all the junk. It's homemade, meaning it doesn't have the sugar, it doesn't have the salt, doesn't have all of these
Preservative.
additives to
Yeah.
help preserve them. And so, yeah.
Well, let's just talk about that just a little bit. Because when I saw you puffing up that rice to make your own Rice Krispie treats,
Hmm.
I was like, girl. And it was just a little bit. I mean, it was
Hmm.
enough that you were testing things out to see how big it would become
Yeah. Well,
and
you have to
stuff.
do a little bit at a time. And there's so many different ways you can do it. Like you can heat salt up and pop them in salt. But I mean, of course, I'm like, I'm not about to pour a whole box of salt in the pan and do this. So you can only do about a cup at a time because you want it to fry evenly and you want to be able to pull them. You want them to cook at the same time instead of trying to fish them all out and you're going to burn a bunch because you can't get but so much. So you only do a small portion at a time. But yeah, that's how you make homemade Rice Krispie treats. You
I just,
fry your
I
own
was like,
rice.
what
You
did she just do? That,
make your own marshmallows and you make Rice Krispie treats.
now, look, I mean, that's nuts. How close to making your own marshmallows? How close do they? Because I've never tasted homemade marshmallows. How
So
do they taste anything like what I get out of the bag in the store? Oh,
these taste like a little like honey because I didn't use any sugar at all.
oh,
I used honey. I can use a different harvest of honey and they'll taste mainly like that. But you can use sugar, you can use maple syrup, you can use date syrup, whatever you want to use to make them.
okay.
We just used our honey, so that's what they kind of taste like, honey.
That sounds delicious.
No
What I
complaint.
mean, do they have that like powder coating, or I don't even know what that powder coating is.
It's powdered sugar, and I did put a little powdered sugar on these so they don't stick
Okay.
together. But this is the bowl. They don't stick together, but they marshmallows.
Yeah.
So I can pick one
Well,
up
yes.
and
Well,
they
I
just
mean, mine
marshmallow.
stick together in the bag that I buy from the store.
They do.
One big clump comes out.
They
So,
do. The
shoot.
You can control this though. You can control how much, and you can make them vegan. All you have to do is get vegan gluten. I mean gelatin instead
Gelatin.
of the regular gelatin. So
Y'all, really, you have to go over and see all these things. She and I talked about it, and I said, "Girl, what you may not know that Sherrie and I talk a lot, and if we don't talk for like 2 or 3 days in a row, then I feel like I hadn't talked to her in a month."
I
And
know.
look, we didn't even know this, y'all, and both of us have on the same shirt.
I know. I was like, oh, she got the shirt on. Same shirt. But even yesterday when we were talking, I was brainstorming like,
Yeah,
Bobby doesn't like mayonnaise, but I need to make him a mayonnaise and I don't want to use eggs. And and I want to preserve it longer. So I want to use my kombucha. And you were like, okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
She was banging and clanging in the background of the folk. I mean, luckily she and I could talk and still get some things done at the same
Yeah.
time. I said, "Girl, you got to turn the camera on. I got to let you go." Yeah, well, I just want to see. I was just thinking. When she says, "I was just thinking," you better look out because she's gonna be thinking for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yes,
it's
dogs,
fun.
you are going to need some of these shirts. We do
Yeah.
have the Soil Family Expo. Hey, T-Nog. Yay. I'm glad you're here, honey. Um, the Soil Family Expo is coming up April 5th, 6th, and 7th
Yep.
of 2025 in Savannah, Georgia. We do have the website up, and there will be lots of fun things that are going on,
Yes.
especially being able to meet with each other. And gosh, you're skipping away. Every time I click on here, I'm trying to get up to Nikki's. Hey, the everyday life of an OCD is chicken. Every time I click it, it's moving
Jump.
on
Yep.
up. It's moving on up. But it is so much fun and it's so comforting to me because to have you in my corner and our other people that are in our community
Yes.
that know things, because then I don't feel I don't feel alone. Hey, best yet, my
But
buddy.
and they'll, you know, not you bring a different perspective to the ball game when you come. You know, ball games, I don't know nothing about sports, but here I am talking about ball games. They have all these different players. And Bobby and I are, you know, one part of this team. But
Yeah,
then you with your be readies, because we have to be ready. I mean, we
right.
talk about a lot of food and natural cleaning and personal care products, but you bring a different technique to the table that we all need. We need to be
Oh,
ready.
thank
So
you. Thank you. Well, I just want, I mean, honestly, there are things that I do want. Oh, our brown farmhouse is in here.
oh
Hey,
wow.
darling, I'm so glad to see you. Um, I do want to share because these are things that years ago, even as soon as 6 or 7 years ago, I
Mhm.
had not prepared. I had not considered. I didn't have any of this knowledge. My
Yes.
mother was a single mother of three girls. My parents divorced when I was 5. She worked 2 jobs. It was all she could do. I mean,
Mhm.
she didn't teach me how to cook. She didn't teach me how to can. My grandmother did it, but I was one of the last grandkids. So by that time, it's like,
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
learn from somebody else, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and so doing all this and being able to share and like you just opening others' thought process.
That's it. That's it. You know, just because when I see things, I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Or we didn't have not even a charge box or a power box for a long time. And it was like, what we need that for?
That's
Now
right.
Bobby won't leave home without it. It's
That's
like,
right. That's right.
so,
Now we
you know,
do
you
have
make
to give
people think.
I have to give credit to Lead Farmer 73. He and Homestead Heart and
Hmm.
the New Orleans Gardener, they really did kick off this seeking and searching for knowledge
Yeah.
kind of people.
Yeah.
And so Lead Farmer started talking all these things, and it just went one to the other, to the other,
Yep.
to the other,
Yep.
and
But
the
it's
New Orleans
important.
Gardener in the garden has helped me so much. But
Yeah, all of
um,
these things are so important, you know, and most people, and we honestly didn't. Well, Bobby probably saw it more than me being in law enforcement, but even
right,
as a nurse, I didn't see how green people can be towards everything. Like the simple things we put out is basically a simple life. How to
right.
make chocolate. 3 ingredients is healthy. It is
Oh,
not,
show!
you know,
I
the
asked her to bring it.
craziness.
Show your chocolate. Show what you made.
But most people will say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to the store and get mine," which is fine. But what if the store? This is a Reese cup. It's just a
You
Reese
talked
cup.
about a Reese cup, baby.
I wrapped it up. Actually I made it this morning, but it's for a friend. We going to a party tomorrow, so
Going to a party. Now,
they got me a Reese cup, of course, and Christmas
yes.
crack.
Oh, I love you, Enoch. I love you,
But
Enoch.
the simple things that we can enjoy, and so some people they say, "Oh my God, I'm in another part of the country, and I cannot have this or I cannot have that." Well, we giving you certain things you can do, and like we use cacao powder, honey, and coconut oil to make this chocolate for this
She
Reese's
made her
cup.
own chocolate, y'all. I
But
mean,
if I buy the chocolate from the store, you can only, oh, I'll just take a little bit because it ain't good for me. Versus I can eat a little bit more of this because it's not as bad. It doesn't have all these crazies going on in it. So,
that's
we
right.
try to show people it's a simple way to do things and you can still enjoy life. But they say, oh, I'm going to the store to get, oh, this doesn't make sense. Well, that's okay. Everything is for everybody.
And
But
that's okay. And Diana, you have a great doctor's appointment, honey. Love you
yes,
too. We both love you very
we
much. You're
love
the
you.
best supporter in the you're just an
Yes.
awesome supporter. And so it's all the good stuff with a little
Mhm.
less guilt because we know what's in there, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Know what's in there. And, we have, and I say all the time, nobody is perfect, but we can learn to make better choices. And that's all we do is give you tips and tricks to make better choices. Washing powder. We don't spend money at all on wash. Even if we spent $5 a year, even if it was $20 a year, most people spend that in a month or more.
That's right.
We spend less than $5 a year
A
on
year.
washing powder.
Isn't that
So, I
insane?
mean, or detergent, however you want to call it, less than $5 a year. So my brother even called the other day and I said, think about when we were little. None of our friends were allergic to anything. They didn't have any issues, or they can't eat peanut butter, they can't play in the grass, or they breaking out in hives, or the eczema is crazy. So
That's
what
right.
is it? Is it the washing powder? Is it what we eating? 9 times out of 10, I believe that's what it is. But
Right.
when we go back to the simple ways of life, which were easier for everybody and healthier, what is it going to do for us? So we try to
Right.
tell people that it's a simple way of life. We
It
just
is. It is a simpler
condition.
way of life. Now, I have, Sherrie sent me all of the ingredients that go in as a list, all of the ingredients that go in making your own laundry detergent.
Yes.
And because my children don't watch these things, I can share with you. I mean, your kids are like, yeah, okay. Thank you, Penny. I love the mug too. And it also,
It's
Scott
so cute.
Rambling with the Brooms made it. Jesse made out the logo. It's wonderful. So I bought bottles. I have big bottles that I purchased from Amazon that has the squeeze top on it. You don't
Yes.
have to use that. You can use
Yeah.
other things. But that's part of the Christmas gift for my children is I'm going to make a big batch of homemade laundry detergent
Good.
and give them a couple of gallon size jugs,
Yeah. Yeah.
which they're going to be like,
What?
okay.
What? Yeah. But I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you can't use this in the HE or you can't. Actually, you can. We use too much detergent. The cups that they give us and tell us fill to this line is too much.
That's right.
So we only need 1 to 2 tablespoons. And we are gardeners and homesteaders, and Bobby is always outside and at the gym and working on the truck or out at the ports. His clothes are clean.
That's
one
right.
to two tablespoons is all you need. But we, again, are used to what the world say, and we use more. You don't need that much.
We don't. Oh, we don't. Hey, African dreaming. And y'all,
Hey,
African
African dream.
dreaming. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was speaking.
Okay, they're going live after us at well, it'd be 12 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
They go live, African treatment, so you'll have to check them out. That which is wonderful. I, I'm crazy about them, but so homemade dish detergent. You make your own soap, which is a little more involved. There is, oh gosh, my
Well, the
brain just went blank on all the
I'm hoping
things.
I'm hoping you can make. We'll show probably one day this week how to make Castile soap. We're trying to do a video and um reel. Well, a reel is done. It's just a video all at the same time. But Castile soap is so simple, so you probably will be able to make that. It's just you know
Yeah.
I'm here, but
Well,
it's
see,
the
well,
simple things in life.
I'm not the scientist that you are. I gotta start off small.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go and buy the ingredients that go, not all of them, but a lot of the ingredients that go into the soap, which are natural, organic,
Hmm.
most of them. And she, Sherry makes the soap that actually goes into all the, oh, it's nuts how you're
Yeah.
doing so awesome. And I'm just so thrilled to be able to have us be able to be together, to be able
Yes.
to support each other. I mean, your information, all the gardeners, all the homesteaders, all of these, and we're not bragging or saying this is the only way.
No. No.
And what
And a
we're
lot of
doing
things
is
can be substituted.
right. And
I just
people, yeah,
think I mean, we put it out here for people to see that is another way. Meaning
yes,
that doesn't mean this is the only other way. That means there is another way you can get this
yes,
done. We save a whole lot of money. I am a homesteading housewife. Part of my job is to help us save money, not to spend as much as I can so I can cook.
right.
I help us save more money. Our main source of meat is rabbit. We
That's
were
right.
raising chickens. I make most of our products as much as I can, but bring me a bag of flour and make sure I got some herbs outside. I can chop them up. We gonna eat. We gonna have bread. We gonna have pasta. We gonna have meat. We got herbs
Oh,
for
you made your
medicine.
own pasta.
Yes, yes. Which I was gonna show how to make dessert with
Oh
that
gosh.
same.
Did I ruin something? I'm sorry.
No, no,
Okay.
no. You know, that's something we need. That's a skill that we need
Yes, we
because
do. And I
we
don't know
don't
how to make
know. Look at what came a few years ago. Nobody saw that coming. And
that's
when
right.
it came, it was like, what in the world? Now, what if something worse come and we stuck at home with what we got?
That's
It's
right.
just a what else. Most people say, oh, that'll never happen, or we'll never. What if it
That's
does?
right. What
We
if?
need to be ready.
It's and we do need to be ready. At
Yeah.
least what it does for me when we have this knowledge, it's
Hmm.
like having a bookshelf of knowledge, where we are able to have resources to when you experiment and you actually do it, then it gives you that empowerment. It brings really peace of mind to me that okay, if something
Yeah.
happens and all the electricity is gone and
Yeah.
all the water needs treatment, I can still eat and I
Yeah.
can still
I'm
be
gonna be all
warm
right.
and
We're gonna fight, but we're gonna be all right.
yeah,
we
and I'm
we
still
gonna
gonna be
fight to keep what
okay.
we have, but it's gonna be all right. We are prepared,
That's
and
right.
and you still want to enjoy life. It's just, and we don't do this because a lot of people, again, Instagram is a whole new world. So a lot of people think we do this because we broke. Uh, it's not free to do what we do. It's not free. And it doesn't have anything about to do with being broke, being poor, or anything. It's just, to me, it's being smart to learn these skills while
It
we
it
have a chance to learn them.
as Penny says, it gives one a fighting chance.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
does. It gives
That's
us a
it.
fighting chance of
Yes.
being able to have this knowledge, to be able to survive. I mean, I would struggle probably for a year. If it were a year, we're good for probably a few months.
Mhm.
Even if the whole family, I've been trying very hard to prepare for if my children and grandchildren come. Although they have both said, Mom, I'm thinking y'all need to come to us. And I said, I don't think I can pack all my stuff. So,
Yeah, everything is here, so we will hunker down
yeah,
here.
we're gonna,
Yeah.
what is it? The to go bag is the to stay bag.
Yeah. To think about when we got in that lockdown era of COVID, we were okay. We were just like, well, and we had Sandy here with us, who was 107. But
Yes,
she was, long as we had food, we wasn't worried about toilet paper. We had plenty of cleaning supplies, which long as you got vinegar, you got a clean house. Long as you're
that's
using
right.
it to clean with. So it's the little things, the little things. Vinegar doesn't cost that much. So making sure you have certain little things will save you a lot of headache. A lot of people were stressed out just because they were locked down, but if you
Right.
had some of these skills, you would have been like, look, I got plenty of stuff to do. Thank you, Grow Big.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
you would have been at home. Bobby and I had fun being locked
Yes,
down
you
together.
did.
We were in here TikToking and making videos and just learning how to be
And look,
together 24/7 and
yeah,
have fun. We
and
had a ball.
they tore out and redid their entire bathroom.
Yes, we redid our entire bathroom. Every day, Sandy was like, "What?" She could hear Bobby throwing stuff out of the window, throwing towel out of the window, and she would say, "What's that?" And I was like, "Nothing, just
Yeah,
Bobby work." But you found, and a lot of people could not stand that. They couldn't stand to be home with their significant others, their kids,
that's right.
24/7. So everything is a learning curve, and that was
Oh,
it.
Grace and
Thank you, Grace and
Fire.
Fire.
She's so precious.
That was it. So the at the end of the day, we all need to learn the simple skills, the simple things,
Yes.
and make sure we have the simple things: water, vinegar, flour. Make sure you have a stash of the things you need to survive, just in case, because we don't know what we're gonna wake up to every day.
Yes. And the theme of things, because it's 11:37, I like to keep things around
Yep.
30 minutes. So we do have a little giveaway today, but
Yes.
the main theme for today moving forward is what we have to offer each other is priceless. There's
Yes.
no amount of money that can purchase that. These are things that we're learning to get our supplies from the earth, from
Mhm.
what we already have that we're growing ourselves, from things or supplies or thinking out of the box. Yeah, that's right. Psalm 146. That's what we're going to do. How about that? And things that we already have that we're trying to work forward. So, what now, I tried to give Jesse the day off, but bless his heart, he's still in there working like a moderator just so he can go with G Mama Grows. And thank you, everyone, for all of your wonderful support. I appreciate everybody being here. This was a gift to me. Let's see, can you make me big? Hey,
um,
Butler Family Farm.
let's see.
Um,
I think I can.
oh, okay, there I am. Woo, that's a lot of me. This is a Christmas gift. All right. Now, I have not opened it yet, but it's a seed ornament. Our seed ornaments are perfect gift for beginner gardeners or the avid gardener in your life. There's 6 different seed packets in each ornament. And so this little Christmas ornament has a vegetable garden
Oh,
in it.
that's so cute.
Isn't that the coolest thing? This was a gift from my sister, and I wanted to share it with all of you. Hey, AZ Highland. So, oh, thank you, G Mama. Thank you, honey. So, what we would like for you to do is put in, this is to win. I've already got the box packed so that I can get it to you before Christmas. You may want to gift it to someone else.
That
But
is so cute.
I just think it's the neatest thing. It has inside 6 little seed packages. You can either have a vegetable garden or a flower garden, and this is a veggie garden, all in one Christmas ornament. Pretty doggone cool, I think. So, hashtag Black's Tropical Homestead, BTH, hashtag BTH. And we're going to give you a few minutes to be able to, I know, Psalm 146, wouldn't that be the coolest thing to be able to make these things? We
It's
could,
never too late. It's
it's
never
never
too
too
late.
late. We could make these things.
That
In
is the gift
fact,
that keep on giving. Ooh.
think I think some of these would be super cool at the Soul Family Expo
Mm-hmm.
to be able to sell if you're going to have a booth in April, because we are going to be at the Children's Museum where we'll have meets and greets and all those kinds of things and a dinner, but not at the Children's Museum. A dinner is then later. But that would be a really cool item to be able to have a veggie garden. I just think it's so cool. All right, we have 43 entries. There's 93 people in here. 28 thumbs up. You guys hit that thumb up if you would,
Yes.
please. That would be amazing. You could do that on both the channels. And so, what we're doing is understanding that we are stronger together. We come from different areas of the country. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different lineage. There are different cultures. But we all have something that we can share with each other to bring us together, to combine us, to be able to have things that everybody can learn from anyone. There's something that you know that somebody doesn't, even if you don't feel that way. Oh, good. You're hitting the like button all over the place. That's good. All right. So I'm going to count down. We have 50 entries.
Okay.
I'm going to count down from 3, I believe. And we're going to run this and let people go on with their day. 47 people are in now. Okay. That's awesome. All right. 50. I see 50. Thank you, Linda, for your information. All right.
51.
So, oh, and it just changed. So we'll do this. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tony from Kettle Kitchen. I'm glad you're here. I will do it from 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit that draw button. Let's see who won this cute little ornament that I've already got pre-packaged, except for the card and the I'm thinking of yous. Barb Forsyth. Yay, Barb. Good for you. Now let's see. There is a banner over here. I do know how to do that. Here we go.
There you go.
Look at that. I'm all, you and Jessie, you're teaching me to be a big girl.
I want to make sure she see her name.
Yes. Now, Barb, email me, please, at andellhomestead@gmail.com. I'm sure I've sent you something before, but I can tell you I'm old and I'm misplacing things these days. So,
Hey, Miss Cindy.
oh, there's Barb. Barb Brownlee. Oh, that's
Yes,
Barb
me.
Brownlee. Not there.
She said,
Yay,
yes,
that's
that's
me. There
me.
she is. There she is. That's good. Sherrie, thank you
Yes,
so much
you're welcome.
for being
Thank you
here.
for all you do. We appreciate you, and we just want you to be ready.
And we are better together.
Yes, we
And
are.
I do cherish our friendship. I really do. Uh,
Yes.
so, Sherrie, I'm going to say goodbye to you and Bobby. Be sure and hug my Bobby. I call him
Okay, I
my
will.
Bobby. Hug my
Yes,
Bobby.
you do.
And y'all go check out Black's Tropical Homestead if you're not already there, which I'm sure you are. And I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to invite you to go down and whenever you say your goodbyes, and then I'll close out.
Yes. Y'all have a blessed day and don't let nobody steal your joy.
Yay. Woo, I love that woman. So, guys, today has been a fabulous day. Oh, it's been so wonderful. I love my peoples, all my peoples, my family out here. And I get to be auntie and sister and mother and grandmother and all those kinds of things. But as we're all saying goodbye to each other in the chat, because I have missed quite a bit, I'm sorry about that. I want to close out by saying that we are stronger together. We're better together. We are of the vine. We have to stay attached to the vine because in order to bear fruit, you can't just have a branch off all willy-nilly all by itself, not attached to the tree. There's the one big tree, and we're a part of that vine, and we're all the flowers that surround that. And when we stay together, we know that even though the ear may say, I'm not important to the eye because I cannot see, it doesn't mean that the ear is less important. Every one of us are. Thank you again for being here at Andale Homestead. Remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. And together, we can have a better future. All right. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care of each other and understand that even if we're not in the same room, we still have each other. Bye, y'all. Love you.